The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Anthony Dorsett, DeMontre Moore, and Newy Scruggs.
It is go time on a Monday. The Cowboys drop their regular season home finale at home to the Chargers. We've got Anthony Dorsett, festive, looking good, ready for the holiday season. We've got Trey, festive, looking good, ready for the holiday season. Trey Moore. I'm Newy Scruggs. I just got on regular clothes.
'Tis the season.
Hey. It is. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot of Christmas stuff, but
sorry. You could be the Grinch or the Scrooge if you wanted.
I was just about to say.
I don't look good in red. I don't look good in red like that.
Hey, man,
Come on, now we about the same complexion. That ain't what I was told.
Exactly, man. I was
Look at
about
that
to
boy.
say,
That chocolate brother. We
that
look
red
good.
look good on people, man. You got red on your shirt right there, though.
That's it.
So that's a little contradiction.
That's black and it's a red accent. They're talking about red as a dominant color.
Okay. I mean, they got Omega Christmas festive sweatshirts and stuff I've been seeing online.
Oh, was that what it's?
That's what it is. But it's cool, though, because I respect
bad
it,
it
because I don't have purple in my closet like that.
Michael Jordan made it look good.
Okay.
Michael Jordan made the red look
I got you.
He does. I'm
you.
a little lighter than Mike too, but Mike made it look good. Cowboys get dusted up 34-17 against the Chargers.
I was wrong.
Yeah, Trey, you picked Dallas to win 34-28.
I was wrong.
AD, you went with the Chargers 33-30. Church picked the Cowboys to win 24-21. By the way, Barry Church, another member here of the team, gone all week. Enjoy your Christmas holiday season, Barry. I picked the Chargers to win 31-23. The Cowboys did not score an offensive point in the second half at all. Zero. Nothing. At home. This was bad football, guys.
Yeah.
And afterwards, you hear so many different things about, well, we need to clean this up. The small things here. We can play with anybody in the league. No. You're 6-8-1. You do what bad football teams do.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a 3rd and 5. We need to go get points. We need to drive. Ooh, okay, we got a false start. Center to snap the ball. Now it's 3rd and 10. Incomplete pass on 3rd and 10. We go for it on 4th down. Incompletion. Just these kinds of things that just happen and they just take you out of it. Oh, we got 4th and short. Let's give it to the fullback. He gets stopped. Momentum gone at that point in time in the second half. So there's so many things that this team does that Trey this is losing football, man.
It is losing football to its core. Watching it, you seen so many errors. You seen struggle. Like you know how somebody just goes in there and you get in that fight and you just start punching and swinging for life. You were swinging. It's like, man, I'm doing everything but the kitchen sink. You got L Boogie getting the ball. You doing this, you doing that, to where it's like, get back to doing what you did at the beginning of the season. At one point in time, you alluded to, oh yeah, we're a team that can stick with anybody. Well, you did have the offense paralysis to do that. Then you started making some momentum with the defense, but then all of a sudden, like, it just all went downhill. Like,
yeah.
And when I say throwing the kitchen sink, it's not just the mistakes. Like, the kitchen sink was literally thrown. We seen Trayvon Diggs get activated. Like, that was a sign of, like, hey, you haven't played all year, but we are really trying to fight for that. And in fighting, what they say, you have a boxer's punch, and they didn't make that connection. They were looking like Jake Paul.
They look like Jake Paul. Broken jaw out there.
Hey,
AD?
Pretty much.
It was tough to watch this. Understanding that, first of all, they knew what was going on before they went into the game. Philly had already pretty much eliminated.
No, they were eliminated.
Exactly.
Yeah, they were eliminated.
So they knew that. But going into it, we discussed playing for pride, playing for the foundation of something that was to come, possibly. And like Trey said, there was a point in time where this offense was one of the most prolific offenses in the league. And like right now, over the past 2 weeks, you would never be able to imagine that was ever the case. Unfortunately, to be in the place where we are on defense too as well, I will say this.
Trouble.
It goes to say, when Kenny Clark first got here, I believe the next game you saw his impact. Okay, Quentin Williams came. The next game you saw his impact. Diggs is touted as one of the best corners in the league and has been for the last few years. And so you would think that his presence on the field might give some type of elevation in some kind of way too as well. And unfortunately, it did not happen.
No, look, between Diggs coming back and not having any impact to rookie Chavon Revell, them going after him. I mean, look, this is a bad secondary, but we knew this. We knew this. And Diggs, one reason why he was activated because he had to put Bland on IR. So
right.
Bland is not playing. Deron Bland is not playing the rest of the year. So there were no solutions. You tried, but this is a bad football team. And you saw some of the touchdowns. You're a DB, Anthony Dorsett. You saw some of these touchdowns. It wasn't pretty.
Nah.
But it's been that way all year.
And it does not matter. To me, I'm not, let's just be clear about it. Whether you're in a zone or a man, you have to have some type of sense of urgency when that ball is in the air to get to it, regardless if it's not in your zone and you can actually make a play to it, or regardless if it ain't your man and you could come off your, like, there has to be some part of you that is just a football player. And we're not seeing that. We're not seeing that. So and I don't care about cover 2. I don't want to hear none of that. Like, at the end of the day, you play to win the game. You play to win the game. Ain't that what Coach Herm said? And so you do whatever it takes to win. And so, I'm not seeing that sense of urgency from the secondary, or for that matter, anybody on defense. The second level didn't even look good this week. And did we have a sack?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, Kenneth Murray had a sack. You know what? Eberflus called the blitz. Murray's right there on him. Can't get can't get Justin Herbert down. He runs 34 yards. I mean, but once again, I go back to, this is who they are. This is what bad teams do. Here's a blitz, perfectly called. You get right there, and you can't get him down. Next thing you know, this guy looks like White Mike Vick, running up and down the field several times. He broke contain and was out here making plays. This is what bad teams do, man. This is how you have a losing record.
In the chat, what here it is right here. 11 for 12 for 11 or 11 for 12?
11 for 12.
11 for 12. Okay? And so, like, when y'all ask,
against Diggs and Revell. That's
Okay.
what Herbert was in terms of passing with 2 touchdowns, like 153 rating.
So when it came up in the chat, the first thing I said, what is this, a 7-on-7 period of practice? You know what I mean? Because that, like, who has that type of success rate in the NFL? Man, look.
I told you everybody have a coming out party, man. And this is why when y'all asked last week, why are me and Barry like so gun-ho on Eberflus?
Coming back.
You said it yourself. He called the perfect blitz, and Murray didn't do it. This is culturally has what has been embedded in the Cowboys is so deep rooted to where you got a lot to, like, my hat goes off to Shotty with a season starting off the way it did with people losing and stuff like that. You got to give them some type of credit, bro. Like the football players, and I'm going to let you get to it. But also what he said with the other thing as well, regardless of the play call, cover 2, cover, or going man to man, like the eraser factor of it is you just run into the ball. I don't see nobody running to the ball. I didn't see no D lineman coming out the stacks.
That's right.
So
That's right. I'm going to talk about Kenneth Murray, okay? Take your phone. Just pull up Kenneth Murray. And there's several, I like to call it the Cowboy social media people who just focus in on him and like, what is he doing? Okay? You routinely see him missing plays all year long. Like, baby, what are you looking at? I mean, people are just killing him here.
Yeah.
So while Eberflus called the perfect blitz, are we surprised that he missed it? Are we surprised because he hasn't played the kind of football that you're looking at and you're like, man, this guy, there's something not right here. Why do you keep sending him out?
Because Wilson ain't come in here playing the type of ball that they thought he was going to play too as well. So, like, it hasn't happened. If Wilson would have came in here, that's his name, right? Wilson? Yeah. Logan Wilson. If he would have actually came in here and was accelerating the play to some degree, then I believe the whole Murray thing would be a totally different situation. If you watch Wilson as well, he's out there missing plays. He's getting out leveraged. He athletically, I think that he's just not as athletic as some of the linebackers in the league, and I think that that's part of his downfall. I don't think it's his read. I just think he's slow getting to where he needs to get to.
And a lot of people have said during the beginning parts of the first quarter of the year, this guy doesn't have it anymore. I mean, this was said.
You're talking about Murray?
Yes. This was said at the first quarter of the season. So at some point in time, this needed to be changed a while back. Yeah. We're talking about back here in September, October. Like, hey man, this is not it. And here it is. You're at December.
But who you going to change it out with though?
You know what? This is where, once again, you knew early in the year. You go to your GM, you go to the personnel director. We need help. We need to go find someone. We can't keep running this guy out here because it's detrimental.
And like I know, and it's not always the situation, but in a lot of situations, you always do got that other guy, that young player that's on the rise coming up, you know what I mean? So you're teetering, tottering, like, do we play him? Do we give him the opportunity or not? It just doesn't, and I mean, outside of Overshown coming back and looking the way that he's played, it just doesn't seem like they trust the young players enough to say, okay, we're going to go ahead and give you the opportunity, let you make your mistakes, and we're going to build off of that. It's
Leah Fowler.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, look, you kept running out an older guy who's lost to the point that other teams, we're 59, right? And just yesterday was just a prime example of, man, here it is, wide open, you dial it up, this guy can't get there. So do I blame you or do I blame the guy who keeps hiring you and running you on out there? At what point in time does the coach say, hey, but Trey, I'm sorry, but you got to sit? They've done it with other people. I've seen on this defense other people. Jay Toye, all right, we thought Jay Toye was going to be a run stopper, and boom, he was sitting on the bench. Yesterday, Jalen Tolbert back on the bench. Here's Jonathan Mingo. So we've seen them have other players, you're not getting it done. They had no issue. And Trey Diggs sit on the bench again. They were doing that to him. But Kenneth Murray keeps running out there.
Because you had
St. Junior, say out.
Because you had other parts that were either comparable or I don't even know. I don't even want to see. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes of it. You had other people that can play. With Diggs and his situation, you got Revels who eventually came back and showed you
Stay on Murray first.
Okay, with Murray, that's what I'm saying. With Murray, you have nobody in there to throw in there. Who do you have that can throw in there? I'm going to throw a rookie in there that hasn't shown me promise, that doesn't show me the system. You also got the confusion in the locker room. Some people want to run the defense. Some people are reluctant to running it to where, to me, from being a former player, seeing the comments in the media and stuff like that, you know how it is, AD, when you out there on the field and the coach calls something that everybody don't believe in. It's like, man, why he calling this? Hey, y'all run this. As soon as you get creased, oh, man, this is this. And when you have that coming from your leaders, the veteranship, what are the young guys saying? Next thing you know, they pick up that same mindset. So to truly say, who did you have that was leading these guys or impacting these kids to be ready to play?
You did it with your DBs? You threw out Reddy Stewart. But I'm just saying, you're saying, what about this? He's young. You did it in the defensive backfield. You put it out there.
But you had guys as
they went and got guys, is what I'm saying. Trey, they went and got guys.
You got one guy.
You know what?
You got one guy. Logan Wilson late in the season.
No, I'm talking about the DBs. They went and got guys there too.
But Bland was there. Bland was also there.
I'm talking about Reddy Stewart and these younger guys. They got a bunch of DBs out here who are young out here playing right. They had a lot of young guys. So if you can throw them to the wolves of the secondary, why can't you throw them here at linebacker with a guy that's not getting it?
Because
that's my question.
That's so many young guys, and you can't throw everybody out there. Like, even with the young guys in the secondary, you threw them out there, but you had a Bland that was over there. At one point in time, you had some type of veteranship over there. To throw all young mices out there, it's like, man.
But these old dogs out here laying down get run over.
But we ain't got no communication, so it's like, you know what? At least I'm going to die with an old dog. And on top of that,
you dead.
You protect. You do.
You dead in the water. And you about to get fired, okay? All that. Matt Eberflus is about to get, let's just go to the whole Huskins thing. Matt Eberflus is about to get fired. They threw him up in the booth. Didn't make a difference. After the game, Jerry said we underachieved, which I think Jerry was wrong, by the way. We'll come back on the break and talk about that. So. But this man is going to lose his job now. This was another. I don't know if you saw the stands or not. Folks had stuff to do.
Everybody came the day before.
A lot of folks, right. Yeah.
Everybody came the day before.
It was a lot of folks who decided they had something else to do yesterday, man. It was not a lot of enthusiasm in the building. But that was bad. 34-17. No points in the second half by the offense. But when we come back, Jerry Jones said that this Cowboys team underachieved I say no. I'll explain why next, right here on the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Returning for the 2025 NFL season, Boss reunites with the Dallas Cowboys to drop the next chapter of their iconic collaboration. The Boss Cowboys collection fuses fashion and football once again, capturing the fearless spirit of what it means to be your own boss. Just in time for kickoff, gear up in standout styles that show your team pride with a bold edge. Available now at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. # be your own boss.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Get in the game this holiday season with the Dallas Cowboys Youth Football presented by Invisalign. Athletes ages 6 to 16 take the holiday hustle to football camps on December 23rd and 27th. You heard right. Let me say it again just in case you didn't hear. December 23rd and 27th. Spend your holiday break learning from the best. Visit DallasCowboys.com/camps to learn more.
Who's brought to you by?
Invisalign.
There it is.
Hey, I've been doing something that the Cowboys can't do, and I hate to throw this slide, but I'm saying I'm learning from my mistakes.
You're improving.
I'm improving.
You're improving, sir. You're not bull jobbing. You're actually
Every week.
Ain't
Yes.
taking like turkey bacon.
Yes, thank you. DeMontre Moore. You're the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Game. Got Anthony Dorsett. Both men played in the National Football League. I did not. Okay, so Jerry Jones after the game, 34-17. Chargers win. By the way, Chargers now 11-4. Cowboys 6-8-1. Jerry said that this Cowboys team underachieves. Their final home game of the year, they end the season on the road at Washington Christmas Day, and then they take on the Giants. And I'll tell you, Jerry, no, you didn't. I picked this team to win 7 games. Dallas Morning News, they do the prediction. I was 7-10. I'm on point.
Yeah.
I'm on point right now.
Speak, brother.
7-10. I did not see the defense being good enough on all 3 levels. I just didn't see it. Couldn't stop the run. Yes, you re-signed Oso Digizua, but this isn't Mean Joe Green. This ain't Warren Sapp. No offense to who he is as a player. He had them in the perfect position. He had a really good year. He was about to hit the open market, and they had to pay him, which is why they ended up, when they traded Michael Parsons, we needed Kenny Clark. They originally, I guess they read that they wanted Quinn Williams first, but couldn't get him, so they went and got Kenny Clark. But they knew what they needed to do. They just did not have it at all 3 levels, in my opinion, on defense, and the blueprint to beat the Cowboys was still there. Run on these dudes.
Yeah.
And Shoddy, I didn't know enough about Shoddy, being a first-year guy. So for me, I went 7-10. They're right there on point. So I don't think that they underachieved. I think they overrated their talent.
That's it. And that's something that has gone on in this building for years, clearly.
Yes.
Revel, young player, young corner out there. And as I'm watching him yesterday, like, it's not athletic, it's not talent, it's technique.
Yes,
and unfortunately, he was hurt. He had to come back off the I believe it was the ACL or whatever. He hadn't played since the last time he played in college. So these bumps and bruises that he's actually getting in front of us, they're more or less like kind of expected. But playing for the Cowboys, where you're under that magnifying glass all the time, they I guess you could say they get a little bit accelerated as far as in the amount of attention that they're getting.
Yes.
So but it comes with the territory.
Come with the meal, baby.
Yeah. So and then like we said earlier, you hope that when Diggs actually does get an opportunity to get in there, you haven't played in weeks. You should be excited for the opportunity more so than anything.
I think he was. He just didn't have it.
Yeah.
So right? I mean, certain point. Guess what? He just didn't have it.
That's exactly what it was. Like, you don't have it. And even when you don't have it, say stuff is going wrong, you just got to fight, man, and the effort. Like, I don't care if I miss a tackle. If I miss a tackle, guess what? The ground is hot lava. Pop up and go chase them down. And guess what? If you hit them from behind, you could punch the ball out. I didn't see that. I seen people missing tackles, and this isn't just Diggs. It's multiple people on all three phases a level of defense. Everybody hits somebody, and then they lay on the ground. Or like the most energy or effort I would get, guess what? You know how O-linemen block and they miss, and then they start shadow boxing or they hit the clap? Like, don't do that and say it on film. We all know you messed up. Run until it's done. Whistle to whistle. And that's the problem right now. We don't see whistle to whistle with this football. And that's why I was right on par with you at the beginning of the season when I said, man, right now it's too early. Are they gonna do what they've been doing all these years? And when I say they're right up to par. Like, nobody who thought the offense was going to have this type of offensive paralysis. I did say at the beginning of the year, if George Pickens come over here, I think he's going to really surprise a lot of people because it's a new place. But after that, too many questions on the O-line, too many questions in the running back. But what did they say? Defense builds championships. And going into the season, that was the biggest question.
For me, it's been a thing of this, and you hit the nail on the head. When it comes down to it, the sense of urgency and the effort, okay? And just like what you're talking about, get up off the ground. You miss a tackle, you still chasing. Like, there's a saying in football, go till you hear glass break. And when you go ever hear glass break on the football field, so that means keep it going, And what I'm seeing here, and I see it when I come in the building throughout the course of the week, every week, they're not practicing like they want to play. You're not out there being aggressive at practice. You got on T-shirts and shorts all the time. And at some point in time, no, tackling is an art. All right? It truly is. And like, are we expecting to be a knockout fighter and never be able to knock anybody out in the sparring? Okay? Or like, so what the habits that are being created and either coaching or letting them happen around here, it starts throughout the course of the week, all right? And that mindset and that mentality, like I told you, the teams I played on, come Friday, if you mention that other team's offense, dudes was like getting pissed off, like, okay, hey, I'm tired of hearing about them. Like, when they gonna get here? Yeah. And you just don't get that feel in this building.
Not everybody.
6-8-1. 6-8-1. 2 games left to go. Lord knows nobody had the Commanders being as bad as they are. It's 4-11 football team. The Cowboys are 6-point favorite on Christmas Day against them. And then, of course, you got the Giants, who battled Minnesota a lot more competitively than the Cowboys did. Right. A lot more competitively. So this thing, they may win 7. They may get to that 7, but
like playing spades, you got a week possible over there, brother man.
At this point in time, like, what, I get Dak Prescott saying it's our jobs. You only get these opportunities so much. You're professional, do your job. Sure, I get that. But if I'm the Cowboys, you do have to ask yourself, how much do we want to put some of these players out here who we're counting on in 2026? Because you don't want somebody to go up here to that bad field in Landover, Maryland on Christmas Day and get hurt. And next thing you know, Dak's got a foot problem. He's out for how many months? I mean, these are things you really got to ask yourself about, in my opinion. But you tell me, you guys played.
For me, I'm going to put on my player hat. One, you compete. We lining up this opportunity. Like, okay, we're not playing for the playoffs. This is official interview time. I don't care if we're not doing this and that, because guess what? On a bad team, everything must go. It is a BOGO sale. So you need to go out there and play. Unless you're Dak, unless you're Bland, which that's why I said this weekend with them putting Bland on IR, it's like, that's a smart move. We plan on you being here. You know who's really important or in the future because they're going to go ahead and put them on IR. And like for Dak, I know him as a competitor, as a leader, he might want to get out there. But if it's me being who I am and the years past, what has happened? When Dak has overextended himself or was playing for nothing, that's when he got injured. And it was like, we could have avoided that. So put him down. But everybody else, all y'all are getting it. Bazooka Joe is getting out there. All the DBs, Diggs, you missed most of the season. You need to come here and show us, like, while we're in turmoil, show me what type of leader you are. And that's now a lot of these people in the front office, and if these players don't hear, if you got a player, you know somebody out there and you watching the show, get it to them. A lot of these front office people are about to be playing chess and not checkers. They're seeing how you're showing up to practice. They're seeing how you line up and putting your pads on. Do you really love football? This is who you're going to find out who loves it, and this is going to see who's going to be the catalyst and the foundation of this team coming into the future.
Yeah, hey, I mean, to expect Dak to sit down or to want to sit down, it's like it's not in his character.
This isn't in my mind. This is not about you going to Dak. This is you as management.
Oh yeah.
I'm management. Hey, AD, thank you for your service, but we ain't playing you. You see what
DC did to Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm sure like it goes on to say like when the team has a first round bye, or no, I'm sorry, when the team is going into the playoffs and they know that last game is not that important, they've already clinched their spot. All right. They're going to start letting some of the young players play. They're going to let the starters get in there a little bit, but then, hey, we're going to get y'all some rest this week because we know we got – it's no different right now, okay? Like, of course, they're not going to the playoffs, but what you got out here? What do you have in Joe? Is he actually going to be a good backup? You know, what do you have in these young DBs that we're talking about? You know, are they going to actually be able to hold up? So at this point in time, I believe that – you know, like you say all the time, it's audition time. Mm-hmm. It's audition time. You got to let some of these people take the stage.
Yep. Rest your guys, man. Let George. Hey, George just showed us enough this year. CD, I know we can't put everybody on IR and stuff like that, but guess what? You ain't gonna have a helmet this week.
We can limit you.
We got
rep count.
Like if Dak was there, I promise you, if I was a GM, he would only play the first series, if that. Like I would let Joe start these last two games. Who else is there that has been proven? Javonte, you only get in the first series. I need to see Blue out there. I need to see some of these other guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to see more of Lanoy. I want to see, like, hey, you've been proving stuff like this and being spotty for us, but in these last two games, let these other guys really get to work.
He's really, and for me, in that receiver room, he's more than showed his value than outside the first two guys.
Yes.
He's stepped up big.
He's been number 3. He got injured in the game here, so with the Cowboys having to play Thursday on Christmas Day, that's another thing. Hey, who are some of the guys you're saying, look, I don't know if I want you playing, even Quinnen Williams, who did not play. Do you want him out here on Christmas Day, knowing as we get ready to go to 26, you don't want a guy to get some type of injury in these last two games and spend the whole offseason banged up. That you have to think about that. That's just the nature of what this business has to be. And, hey, unfortunately for the Cowboys, they put themselves in this position, and it's bad. It's bad. All right, we got one final segment to go. We ain't forgot about you.
Mm-hmm. Come on. What? I'm 1 for 2, baby.
We ain't forgot about Demontre Moore. About to bring this heat. About to take it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So are we talking about? Are we talking? About,
you know what we talking about.
So because for everybody out there, we got this debate between LeBron and MJ, and then of course. We got these other debates going on.
He wasn't talking about that one.
No. I know
he wasn't alluding to that one, but
that's not a debate.
That is a debate.
Thank you.
That is a debate.
That's no debate.
You're right. It's not a debate when somebody's. Don't worry. Come back to the break. I got my sponsor.
Players Lounge. Back after this on DallasCowboys.com.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Capture frame-worthy holiday photos with Santa at the Start, presented by Monument Realities. Santa will be spreading holiday cheer all the way through Christmas Eve. For more information and to book your visit, head to thestardistrict.com/Santa, not Santana. I know that's what you wanted to bring up. It's cool. Hey, I'm getting better. Santa. Ho, ho, ho.
I appreciate both of them, Santa and Santana.
Man, I love Santa.
Chris Bean's got like the DeMontre's greatest hits.
Hey, we should do a bloopers reel, man. Hey, that'd be pretty funny.
Well, it's Monument Realty, just letting everybody know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I'll be back. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better.
Throw it out there.
Yeah.
You could have waited till we got off air season.
Thank you, Monument Realty. Thank you.
Monument Realty. Hey, y'all know who y'all are.
Hey, my friend worked for them. I got a buddy work for them.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You okay? You was coughing right there during the break.
Well, if I would have, you know what? You're right, Coach. You're right. Like Dak says, it's my fault.
You were coughing. You coughing? You choking? No. I'm sorry. I thought, was he choking?
Nah, they didn't choke.
Oh.
I didn't choke. He's gonna say the Aggies choke. Sure, Aggies.
Was that a choke?
All that. What did you mean? At first, it wasn't. It was a great game, defensive game, all game.
Who was ranked higher? Who was ranked higher going into that game?
We were. It was 17.
Oh, let me make a reset.
7 versus 10 for everybody and all our viewers who out there. He's talking about, alluding to
let's
Texas
reset.
A&M football.
Let's reset. DeMontre Moore is a proud Texas A&M graduate, former player with agricultural leadership degree, was having a whole lot of fun as his team was 11-0 all year long, talking big noise. They made the college football playoff, finally.
I earned the right to talk noise.
Okay.
I saw Jesse Holly today, too.
You also text them on the side, too, but it's cool.
Okay, so did you have a bet with Jesse Holly about this A&M? Okay.
I did.
You lost.
I lost.
A&M didn't score a touchdown at home in a college football playoff game.
Did you accuse me of texting him on the side?
Did you?
Boy, if you don't stop.
Okay.
I'm
just like,
right?
It's just funny that when you mention it, so for y'all don't know,
because I know
we have our group chat where we talk about our topics before we come in, and soon as A&M was about to lose, everybody, they've been texting me the last 2 days, but AD just so happened to mention Jesse. And you know how, like, they say you talk about somebody and they just pop up like Beetlejuice? He mentioned him, and literally 2 minutes later, we get a group text message with all of us, and Jesse's not even our co-host that mentions this. So it was just, what'd he say? The evidence looked a little weird.
Bottom line, you guys had a home game against Miami, who didn't even win the ACC title, okay?
You're right.
Miami. ACC is thought of as less than the SEC.
Boy, he talked about
and you guys went out there and laid an egg. Just went out there like a bunch of we won't say that, but you know what you look like.
No, you can't say that.
Like that. Nah, man, no. You didn't score a touchdown.
It doesn't matter.
At home.
That doesn't matter.
You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed.
I'm not ashamed.
Ashamed.
I'm not ashamed.
It's embarrassing.
That is
making the state of Texas
my school scored on Miami.
This is true.
My school scored.
Yes, they did.
Y'all beat Miami?
Did y'all beat Miami?
No. Did y'all beat? I didn't say. I asked you a question. Don't ask me.
We're in the same boat, y'all, and we just played them a little bit better.
Did y'all beat Miami?
No, we didn't.
Okay, then. So you're right. So we're in the same boat.
11-0. We're lost the last 2 games.
We're not in the same boat. Like, we're more like we're in the yacht and y'all are in the little life rail. You know, we lost to them in the college football playoffs. So now that y'all two have been doing y'all little. Hold on. I'll let both of y'all go. Let me get my parade going now. So yes, I am still proud of my Aggies. 11-1. What'd you say? Oh, okay. You said I've been talking all year. Guess what? I earned a right to talk all year because they have been doing that. Did we lose? Yes. But guess what is A&M known for? A defensive school.
Doing exactly what they did.
Choking.
Doing exactly what they did. That's what they known for.
This is what they do. They get loud. America, I'm going to talk to y'all. If all y'all know out here, my Aggies, we're known for being a defensive school. The wrecking school. We're talking about wrecking crew defense was played this weekend. It was 10-7.
That ain't nothing like the wrecking.
When we watched, yes, that was. No. When I watched that, it didn't end on our favor, but I couldn't help but think when I was there playing and we played Nebraska. We had Nebraska. They had Taylor Martinez as a quarterback. We ended the game 9-6. That is a defensive game.
What year?
So, like I said, I'm proud of my boys. Yes, we did lose, but also, did y'all forget about the fact that they didn't call that helmet to helmet? Whatever happened in targeting for this one penalty that seems to. I'm going to say that. Yes, I am going to say that.
The refs have to win in Notre Dame.
What is the definition of helmet to helmet?
The refs call a bunch of flags.
You're right, and guess what? It happened to us this year.
That as an excuse?
I'm not
refs keep you from scoring a touchdown.
It's a fact. There's a difference.
Refs keep you from scoring a touchdown at home.
There's a difference. Yeah, no, that's the offensive side. I'm a defensive player, so I'm gonna talk about the defense.
It's a team.
But as far as
win and lose,
but you're right. You're right. We win and lose as a team. I'm not on that team, but I'm gonna tell you there was good things and there was bad things. But I'm gonna tell you like this: both of y'all teams, we don't know who Newey team is because he wears everybody's school. But I'm gonna talk about Pitt. Guess what? Y'all wasn't there. But just hold on. I'm not done. Like Denzel said, I'm from around the way.
We got more
I'm not leaving. I know I'm not leaving.
By position,
I hear you. I hear you.
Your
but
school,
like I said,
and it's an SEC school with NIL money, boosters, and everything. We could do the most with the least, and y'all can't do the most with the best.
I don't want to hear about that.
Here,
we did. I'm gonna tell you like this because just like y'all want to bring that up. What about my other predictions?
Talent like the Cowboys.
Hold on. Like I said, just because you're loud doesn't mean that you're right. What about my other predictions? Y'all want to talk about that? Well, you also didn't mention that. Hey, you are talking to Texas A&M that wins a natty that beat your school that was number 1. Then we're talking about them girls that have done it for the first time in school history.
Volleyball.
Whoop! Yes, volleyball. Yes, we're going to talk about all sports. Hold on, so you don't want to celebrate women? See, now I'm going to celebrate my women. Gig them. Hey, like I said, we were 1 for 1. We were 1 for 1. We were 1 for 1. I'm not turning it for nothing.
Oh my God!
Hey,
y'all see that?
Hey, bring up.
Says America.
We beat America.
How he tried to control the narrative. Like now you don't want to support women, huh?
I didn't say that. You just said you said we're going to talk about that. I said talk about both of my predictions. I had 2 of them. I said, hey, this is going to be a great weekend for sports. We were supposed to win in the college football playoffs, and we were supposed to win in the tournament. Oh, guess what? We did the tournament. We didn't do playoffs.
All right, here's a question. Do you know who the coach is? Can you name the coach for your volleyball team?
No.
Can you name 2 players on your volleyball team?
I don't need to name them, but the chick from Baylor.
The chick.
I'm sorry. I'm doing it.
Sick and Bears. Wow. You're welcome.
That's how you support the women.
No, last name starts with an S. Yes, I don't know their whole name like that. Yeah.
But I can tell you, she's from Denton Geyer. She's a local.
She's a local. She is, and just like the other girl, the other tall black girl that got the game.
The tall black girl.
Because everybody knows what I'm talking about. She's from Dallas, and I'm so sorry, sweetheart, that I am forgetting your name. But she had the game. She had the game winning spike. But she's from Dallas. So it doesn't matter. Who's your team?
Hey,
Louis, can you please tell me who your name is?
Your Aggies.
No.
Don't make this about me. I need you to focus.
You see, America, he does this every time. He bandwagons. He doesn't know who he wants to ride with. He said congratulations.
11-0. We talk about football. Let's go back to football.
Okay, you're right.
Your team was 11-0. Lost to Arch Manning in Texas. Okay,
can you name the starting?
Remember, he said,
"Can you name the starting D line for Texas?"
We getting ready. We getting ready for the college football playoff. Remember that? And then we get ready for college football. And then you got so ready you didn't score a touchdown at home. That's embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing.
ACC team.
It's not.
Who some people said Miami. They wondered if Miami even should have been in there, man. I'm sorry that you guys went to college football playoff, had a home game, had 100,000 people in there, and you choked like dogs.
No, that's
watch
not choking.
Texas. Watch
that's not
Texas
choking.
Tech go.
Newey, you're not giving
Watch
no
Texas
facts.
Tech
Michael
go.
You're
Irvin
not
had a
giving
party
no
on y'all
facts.
Michael
sideline.
Irvin out there embarrassed.
Michael Irvin had
Michael
a
Irvin,
party on y'all
when they
sideline.
did Texas and the Cotton Bowl, when Miami did Texas, the Cotton Bowl was rubbed in there.
America, if
And
y'all
Michael
can
Irvin
hear
put
me,
on a show out there.
See, this is what happened when people just think that the loudest comments is always going to win. He came in here with no facts.
stinks.
Like I said, my girls won, so shout out to them. He's not going to shout them out, but we were talking about it last week. Just like he kept telling me, hey, you and AD, make a bet about you and Pitt playing each other in volleyball, which didn't happen. So like I said, I'm still going to brag on my women, and I'm still going to brag on my football player.
Call them chicks.
Hey, Marcel, hey, you messed up on that last throw, but good job on the season, man. I appreciate you for doing what you did. Maroon Goon, I appreciate y'all for doing what y'all said. Hey, EJ Smith, I appreciate you for doing all that, what you did. Hey, Cassius Howell, hey, shout out you for going out there and winning the SEC Defensive Player of the Year.
Did he get a sack yesterday?
I am still with my Aggies,
Did he get
and
a
I
sack
ride
yesterday?
with y'all. Wrecking Crew, baby.
Did he get a sack
I'm gonna give you
yesterday?
I'm gonna give you three choices. Okay, I want you.
Yesterday, Cassius dude, did he get a sack?
So who's the head coach for the volleyball team? Is it Jeff Florenza, Joel Skinner, Lindsey Walton, or Jaime Morrison? Who's the coach?
I'm going to give you a question.
Come
No,
on,
no,
Are you
no,
going to answer any of my other questions?
Come on, man.
Are you going to answer any of my other questions?
Well,
I
it's
just
right
doing
here.
what, I'm doing
You
what
don't,
AD's
'cause you
doing.
don't,
He didn't answer my question earlier, and he answered the question with a question. So I'm asking you. I told you I didn't earlier. It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
So you're gonna give me a pop quiz, and I told you.
I just
like I
tried to
don't.
help.
But what? No, you didn't try to help me, because if you helped me, you would have said that. When I told them, I said, "Hey, I don't know. I admitted to not knowing them, but I said, hey, did I watch? Did I support? Yes, I am 15.
I'm happy.
I am more than a decade removed from school, and you talking like get out of here. Like for me to just have school pride.
So
I'm glad that
now
you're doing
it's
this parade.
convenient for you to be a decade removed.
I'm not.
And it
I
ain't
told
that
you.
He
big
just
of a deal.
graduated right now. He told
It
me
ain't
he
that big of a
graduated.
deal
huh?
now.
I told you. And
Hey,
what
man.
does that mean? That has nothing to do with that. I
First off,
said I didn't know.
Anthony and
So
I
just
wanna-
because I said I didn't know, then like, what are you supposed to keep doing?
Anthony, we want to both congratulate the Texas A&M volleyball women for winning the national championship.
We actually did.
Congratulations.
You
Congratulations.
did that in private. I want you to do it on air.
Oh, do it on air. As I told my daughter, we were driving today, I said, you know what? I'm happy for those ladies. The bunch of them from Texas. This is good stuff because my daughter plays volleyball. Hey, kids can stay in state. That's great. You know what? Here's what it comes down to. We start looking at national championships at Texas A&M. I remember the one at women's basketball a while. It's the women that got to do the work because the dudes ain't doing jack but choking out there like your football team did the ACC Miami team.
But it's cool.
Letting down, get run over. Got Michael Irvin coming. What Michael pushing 65 now? Out here putting on a show.
That boy.
Where was your cop at that was beating up on the South Carolina guy? Where was the cop that beating on South Carolina? He didn't get on Michael Irvin?
Michael is doing what you're doing right now, just being the most and doing the most and always being overly eccentric. Like nobody cares. What are you talking about? He will tell you as himself that was a good football game, just like the defensive coaches.
It was good because Miami won.
I personally know defensive coaches, offensive coaches, and everybody that sat there and said, hey, man, great game.
Yeah.
Even they coaches came back and said, man, it was a tough one at the last end. But why are y'all sitting here saying that it is a choke? It wasn't a blowout. This wasn't Oregon versus James Madison. This wasn't Ole Miss versus Tulane. This is what we came for. No, this is what Yes, you can put those in a category because you're trying to say it's a choke. It's not a choke. They did what they were supposed to do. When you set up the college football playoffs, we want to see good football that is competitive. Y'all seen a competitive game. Thank you for watching us. It's cool. It didn't go in our
I saw a team
favor.
that couldn't score.
Yeah.
For all the money you paid.
But what?
Remember they put the social media thing out there about the receiver who's they said extended contract extended, highest paid receiver in A&M history. All that money still coming up short.
I'm gonna tell you just like the professional. No, there's a professional bowler named Pete.
Freshmen at the University of Miami.
Not worried about none of that.
All right.
Not worried about none of that.
The
and now he's throwing up a hand sign. He didn't even go
the
to.
DB. True freshman.
What does that mean?
True freshman. The dude that ended the game on interception and the kid that fumbled the ball that actually scored. They're both true freshmen.
They made their name.
Good coach. Came into Texas and showed them who was on top. Showed them the ball.
I'm not going to say all that.
Hey, look, they've got five national championships in Miami. And this is a better football program. And
it is not.
It is.
It is not.
It is.
It is not. It is not. And I'm not worried about it. Hey, I'm
gonna
tell y'all.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell y'all just like the professional bowler Pete said. It don't matter what happened. You came and you watched. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. You watch.
How many national championships does the football team have?
1.
How many does Miami have?
Don't care.
5.
Okay. 5. How long has Miami been doing NIL before NIL?
Stop it, boy.
Oh, okay.
If you don't stop.
Okay, then.
If you don't
so
stop.
I'm not hearing none of that.
If you don't stop that right there.
No, I'm saying call
Are
a
you
spade a spade.
serious?
That's what I'm saying. Let's end the show because if we're going to call a spade, call a spade.
I don't want to put somebody on blast.
You can put somebody on blast.
And everything like that. But come on, man. We can go back to.
Ask Eric Dickinson who gave him that transit.
Man, you ain't got to go back that. You could go back to Jackie.
Boy, hey, Jackie.
That's back in the gap. What are you talking about? And that's when A&M was good.
Okay. Well,
when it's all evened out, guess what? You see what happened when everything is evened out. We become relevant. People are sitting here saying, "Oh, we don't expect y'all." We lost, bro. Y'all watched us, bro. Y'all talking about us.
You're right. Hey, Trey.
Shout out to my Aggies.
We're going to end the show like
Hey, Coach Elko, I appreciate you for what you did. Keep building, man. Snowball effect. Next year is our year.
Let me know if I need to call my guy Scotty Rogers over the Cotton Bowl so you can go watch Miami take on Ohio State.
Don't worry, I'll call some of their coaches. But I appreciate that. Matter of fact, actually call them. Yeah, please.
Okay.
I want those free tickets.
You're going to go cheer for Miami from now on.
I have no problem with
Thank you, Trey.
I have no problem.
What a beautiful Christmas sweater. It looks beautiful, man.
I came in here with that type of energy. You see Samuel L. Jackson on my shirt?
Yes.
I was ready for you.
Yes, I'm glad you didn't use the N-word today. Thank you, AD. Anthony Dorsett, our newest scrub. This has been Players Lounge. Chris B, producer right here on DallasCowboys.com.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!